Okay, it's me, Gun Gaming. I'm back again for another Magic update. I want to cover, I'm not going to call these Easter eggs, but like anecdotes about Magic. All somewhat random. I hate that it defaults to the character you load in with for the day, not the one that is your highest character. I don't know why, but it like really bothers me because it also that who you load in with affects what your rewards are. So I can only get 3 costume boxes instead of 5. Now it's somewhat trivial, but it is annoying. Anyway, that's just an aside. Okay, so a couple of just like random anecdotes. So we'll just load into a battle here to show you first off attacks. So the Hydra, triple Hydra attack, I was right about it taking a long time. The thing that I was wrong about, let's just equip this. The thing that I was wrong about is, even though it does take a long time, it doesn't suffer from other similar AoE attacks. I don't know, let's just go do this. So other AoE attacks, you drop them and then they just stay in that area. They continue to do area of effect damage inside a given area. The Hydras do not do that. The damage does seem to be plain on one plane laterally, so like on a horizontal plane it only goes on that plane. And I say that because if you use it on enemies in the air, it will like spawn like up here in the air. But here, we'll drop this here and you'll see, since these are all in different positions, and hopefully it will, oh, this is a captain. So you'll see here, if I move, it will also follow them. So you saw the first one was further away, and it will, if you kill one unit, then it will follow around and do the next unit. So, really pretty solid for that. She has more iframe attacks. I was correct. The iframes don't last as long as other characters, I don't think. Not like, Iron Man really is the most broken of all of them, in my opinion. It will also change directions depending on your positioning to the character. So you saw how it changed directions, and it will do damage along that vertical plane. So it is like set on a horizontal plane and then it's transected on a vertical plane. It will do damage there and it will appear 3 separate times. The damage, it seems like, takes effect before the actual Hydra shows up. Looks like Jelly Crabs is farming, so we'll just step this up. So you'll see here, like, notice how the damage is done before it shows up, but you also saw here how it followed the captain. I don't know how it decides. Targeting is an issue generally with the game. I don't know how it decides like what happens where, but anyway. I love this. I love this big dude. Having your damage reduced by 15% is pretty awesome. Anyway, so that's the first thing I wanted to point out, and then all the rest of these are in order of damage, if you remember. So most of the soul swords, you do want to be up close and personal. You can use them on mobs. Like this one is pretty stellar on some mobs. I don't know what the yellow damage means. I guess it's just regular damage, but I don't know like what the orange versus critical damage modifiers are. Those I do know. I think maybe it's like with defense pierce applied or something like that, or something within above the base hit damage. Don't know. Don't have experience with that. I'll try to find the answer to that and share that. So other things with Magic. So this is a cosmetic, but I noticed this as I was going through trying to choose my cosmetics, that within, so I often will go through like the theme and be like, okay, I like the look of this most, and then just try to get the colors that I want with that one. This is like super mishmashed between them because I like the look of certain things way more than others. And whenever you're doing this, you can always press this button will reset your look to the base of like whatever you have equipped. So remember that you can always change the customization. So I don't know why it doesn't. So like when you click this new Stark one, when you click on it, it will revert back to whatever you already had equipped. So this is like an easy way to filter through these if you haven't done that before. And it had been a while since I'd really customized looks, so I needed to like take some time to do that. The new Stark City sword is pretty boss though. So anyway, I was just kind of flitting through here trying to find. Same with the Midgardia one. I don't like the rest of the Midgardia look though. I often like Midgardia for a lot of the other characters, not for her. And Sakara is a little weird. It's like Pauldron is the only thing that really screams Sakara to me though. So, but anyway, so I've been using Mystic Arcana for the rest of the character for like her actually equipped armor. So I was like, oh, I really kind of like this look. But I didn't fall in love with it. But I did notice something that was really strange. So I'm going to go through all of these tops here. All of these. And this is maybe like a triviality and you might not care at all. So the boots are from like the knees down. So we'll cancel this. So you can see here if I like change these boots to Mystic Arcana, they go from about the like mid thigh or like knees down, and then the body actually applies like pants to the character. So different ones will have like, you know, no pants, like booty shorts kind of thing. So anyway, so this is, again, this is probably like a small thing that most people are like, I don't really care that much. But for people who really do care about cosmetics, I don't usually care all that much about them, but this was, I found interesting. So in Mystic Arcana, I'm trying to figure out if this applies to other ones as well. But the all of these are basically the same with these like spandex pants, and then this one doesn't have those. I actually just really liked the cutout of the rest of the garment, so this one was like my favorite cutout, even though it wasn't necessarily my favorite color. The blue matched the sword that I really liked, and so that's where I ended up with where I did. This is Mystic Arcana top. I think this look, I'm not 100% sure where I got the head from. I genuinely don't remember. It might just be this one. Oh, it's this one. So it's a Mystic Arcana head. The sword, on the other hand, this is if you want to copy what I did. The sword is, oh, you can just see it here, is Heroic Age, and then Mystic Arcana boots as well. So the boots, you know, have some cool ones, a different one. Heroic Age is pretty cool. I did not like Uncanny X-Men. Ice and Furnace was interesting. I didn't love like the spiky barbs. Fall of the Mutants is fine. Kind of clunky like soles to the boots though. I don't love like the combat aesthetic as much, but I'm not in love with these ones either. So aiming for like the Sakar ones actually look pretty cool. Even though I don't love the spikes, the Midgardia ones are also pretty awesome with like the scales. And the Xandarth ones look pretty cool too. So anyway, some anecdotes about armor. Note that like that thing that I'm talking about is not repeated with the other armor sets. It's like just a Mystic Arcana thing. Where all the rest of these are identical. I don't know if it was like a slip up or a failure or what, but like I'm happy with it. But yeah, I went through to check all these other ones. They do change actually like some of the design elements on these. So they definitely put a lot more thought and investment into this character. So those are cool. So anyway, those are just a couple of like the small anecdotes I wanted to share with you guys. There's something else I was going to say. But I'll cover it in a different video probably. So I hope that at least gives you guys a better sense of some things you can appreciate about Magic. Just my general thought. That's what I was going to share. So I probably am going to swap to Magic as my main just because it was just going to be a long slog as a free-to-play player. Swapping as a free-to-play player is not fun. But like getting your HP back as part of your ultimate and then being able to like do more damage with that, and then I'm going to get into the specializations are pretty awesome. But she just is like a high DPS character that's way tankier than Black Widow. So feels very similar to Captain Marvel to me. I think I already said this before. But I think she's just a little bit more fine-tuned, and she does have some status debuffs, which I'll have to be trying out more in Dimensional Duel when I get some more time. For right now, so you can see, like, the Hydra does so much more damage than all of the other attacks. It's like... And then I was kind of, like, poo-pooing on the Hydra, so this is one other thing I'll say. I'm still leveling this up, so you'll note here, though, I'm only at level 8. Remember, these go to 15, so we're about halfway between the 1040 or whatever it was. So it's looking like we're angling to about 2000% damage. So I think Captain Marvel is the next highest, and she has like a 1600%. So granted, again, it's slow cast times, but when you're in Omega War, this will follow different players around. It's not tied to one target. Also, just really helpful against most bosses. As the bosses move, the Hydra will track them and it will attack them. It doesn't just stop like other AoE or single target attacks do. So I'm digging on it. Some of these other ones, like this will like pull them towards you. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and do that. Obviously, like, guard break is low, but if you guys have watched me for a while, you know that I just genuinely do not care about guard break. That's why most of these are low. This is actually a very solid attack. This arcane sword, the yellow one, does give you medium guard break. And then this limbo commander gives you medium guard break. This stepping sword gives you high guard break, but we're going to be angling for this medium guard break one. I think this one's one of the best. You do get to get some AoE damage. It does give you like 467, which is pretty solid. And you do get like a very momentary invincibility frame there. So as to other invincibility frame attacks, I think most of them are soul sword ones. I do think one of these other ones does it too. I had these all plotted out, but slashes forward. Okay, so this one, she does move forward. I don't think that she becomes invincible for that, but I will get back to you guys on that. Once I've unlocked all the attacks, I'm going to go through and do like a deep dive and all these things. Oh, here we go. Master of the Abyss. So this is one of those black magic attacks. So her attack types are tied to her specializations like a lot of the other characters do. But I don't feel like as much of a shackle with those as I do for other characters where I have to build them a certain way. I think she's a little bit more flexible, and you don't need all of them to be that certain stat or half and half of two different ones. You can definitely incorporate all three, and it's not too bad. Although I don't think I have any black magic. I think we have Legion of Demons and Soul Swords, so there aren't that many. There's only two black magics, Master of the Abyss and Hunter in the Dark. So anyway, hope that was helpful to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Oh, just note that like each of one of these ultimate attacks is Legion of Demons, Black Magic, and Soul Sword. So this Soul Sword does 915. This says 303. It sends enemies into the air. Then this one is 352. So if you're also thinking like your ultimate attacks are actually better, they're really honestly not. I don't. If there was something that let you modify the duration of the ultimate, I would not choose that option. I think the thing you should really be going for is to activate this as many times as possible. The AoE knockdown is really helpful, but the HP recovery is what's really boss here. Like the long range damage received deduction is it's also helpful in PvP scenarios, but only nominally so. I think most people are running some kind of melee combination. Black Widow is probably the only exception, but very few people are actually running sniper shot anymore in PvP. So, you know, I think traps is more of what's being run, candidly, especially at the very, very high end. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Until next time, though, good luck out there. Have some fun. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.